and I believed her truth. Many a night, the asthmatic attack was so severe that I would secretly turn on the nightlight so as not to disturb the rest of the household, and prop up several pillows against the sofa so I could quietly sleep, sitting up all night, enduring 8 hours of pain and tightness in my chest. I would wheeze a lot, sleep a little, and pray, as I sat in fear of the next breath being my last. This inner turmoil would go on till the crack of dawn, for just as the sun was coming up, so too my breath, life, would return. A quiet miracle. Once again, by the Creator's grace and my faith in my mama's words, I survived another night. My deepest disappointment was when my doctor told me that it would be impossible for me to take my scheduled college trip to Africa. He predicted that I would become very sick due to the grass and trees of my lost but not forgotten motherland. I did not yet understand that it had been my American meat and potatoes diet that had prevented me from being able to go home to Africa. I had not made the connection between my diet and my health, so I continued to live in this ignorance and poor health for some time. 3 years went by. During these years, I developed arthritis in my shoulder, as well as eczema all over my body. Later, I learned that these problems were a result of bad diet, inner rage, depression, and not feeling able to express things I needed to express. When we heal, we must be prepared to heal physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We want complete healing. One summer, a close friend invited me to a vegetarian retreat where I met the famous late great African-American master herbalist for over 50 years, Dr. John Moore, who later became my spiritual grandfather. 3 days before the retreat, I threw away my medication because I was feeling like a junkie who had to take legal drugs to stay alive. Deep in my soul, I prayed that there was another way. On my arrival at the retreat site, I saw grass and trees. I had no medication. I panicked. 30 minutes later, I began to wheeze. My eyes became red and bloodshot. My skin began to itch. I felt trapped. What am I going to do now? I thought. A quiet voice inside of me said, "Eat only lemons, grapefruits, and oranges, and drink warm water." I did this for 28 hours, and all of a sudden, mucus was being expelled from everywhere, my eyes, nose, and mouth. After about 24 hours of releasing in this way, I was able to breathe normally. My eyes became white, my skin stopped itching, and I was emotionally at peace. For the remainder of the retreat, I listened ecstatically to Dr. Moore and other lecturers speaking on natural healing and nature cures. A whole new world opened for me. I realized that with faith, determination, and a cleansed body temple, I could finally be healed. Today, 30 years later, I remain disease-free. I continue to heal myself daily and joyfully. My healing made me realize, with the Creator's grace and blessings, that my people and others who choose nature no longer have to suffer, and that freedom, spiritual, physical, and emotional, is at hand. These last 28 years or so, I have been led on a crusade to teach and preach liberation through purification. I have learned to use every lesson as a blessing. My recovery from my illness gave me the determination to support thousands through their healings. My illness, that turned to a healing, has served as a catalyst for the resurrection of a people. I do not claim these writings to be the whole story on healing. The other part is within you, other healers and would-be healers. However, the portion I'm led to share comes from my heart. Take this and use it wisely. Glory be to the One Most High. Chapter 1. A Cry for World Healing.